Hello everyone, welcome back to Trophy Food Experiences. Today I'm doing a review of a dinner I had at Chat-Botte, which is a one-star Michelin restaurant in Geneva. It's in the Beau Rivage Hotel, and its address is 13 Quai du Mont-Blanc in Geneva. It is just a really wonderful place, beautiful restaurant, and it has a huge wine cellar, as we'll get to, about 1,400 bin wine list, and the sommelier is very knowledgeable. So again, it's right on Lake Geneva. It's one of the hotels on the kind of the promenade. And the menu has two things. There is a $220 price fixed menu, or else there's a vegetarian menu for 195 Swiss francs. So we start off with some amuse-bouches and just little bite-sized canapes, and that was quite nice to start. Then the waitress comes over and does a butter service. So they have three different types of butters, and you'll see that it's kind of a nice tableside presentation, really neat. But I think it's just adds to the whole service standard of everything, and you'll see that she's just getting the butter ready for us. And it's quite different. The different types of butter, I guess, is a nice thing to try, and of course, just the added touch of elegance. So you see that she's just continued this plating of this, and it's a neat thing to do, and that's what it shows like on your plate. And with a little sea salt, it's just different flavors of butter, but it's something that's unique and special. Let's start with the first course, which is a ravioli with smoked goat cheese and chep. And so again, with Michelin star restaurants, you're gonna have a lot of different dishes, little samples of each thing. It's gonna keep you full, but it's not gonna be like a regular restaurant where you're gonna be like stuffed. And that's not the point. That I didn't want that. After eating for many days on the trip, I wanted something that was just good quality and was fairly light, in fact. And so this was great. I just wanted morsels of great food, and I think again, unique, great presentation. The flavors were great. It's a unique design of a ravioli. The smoked goat cheese was nice, so I enjoyed the dish. Next dish is pike with scallop and caviar. And we see pike used quite a bit in Switzerland. I guess it is locally caught and available and fresh, so that's why they use it. I had a similar dish in Zermatt at a one-star Michelin restaurant there called Prato Borni. A fairly similar design in terms of it had also caviar and kind of a ceviche style or kind of sashimi or half raw style of pike, not fully cooked. So I thought it was quite good, and I think quite comparable to the other dish I had at Prato Borni. So both dishes were excellent, and the presentation was nice. Next dish was salmon with turnip and turmeric. And I thought this was quite a unique sauce. The turmeric, actually, I enjoyed it with the salmon. It gives it a little bit of dullness or spice, and not in terms of hot spice, but heat, but just spice. And I liked that combination. That's not a combination that I see a lot of. And the turmeric, again, then freshens it up a bit. So I thought this was quite a successful dish. Again, with all these dishes, you get little bite sizes, but it's impactful because the taste profile is very intense, and I like that also. Next dish was venison with Valenciennes bacon on top and then sweet potato. And what I noticed with all these dishes, with Michelin star dishes, that and what we look for, in fact, is basically that each element is useful and it's not just a decorative element. We want to make sure that the sauce, everything in terms of the vegetables, the sweet potato, all has a role to play in bringing out the different flavors. And I thought this was very creative. There's many different elements to this, but it's nice that they all kind of complement each other. So you can have a little bit of the bacon with the sweet potato. We can have the venison with the bacon, the venison with the sweet potato, and then a little bit of the accompaniments. It all kind of comes together and gives you good balance with the overall dish. So I like this dish. This was a palate cleanser between our courses towards the dessert, and it's supposed to taste like a lemon meringue pie. And so it did really do that. It was really quite neat. If you close your eyes and you didn't see it, it really would taste, in my mind, like a lemon meringue pie. So it was very successful and a little bit of a play on the senses, which I loved. And then for your dessert, you have a choice of three choices, and on their dessert menu, anything that you want on their dessert menu. And I chose the raspberry with some meringue and red pepper. Probably my choice, I probably should have chosen the chocolate or the rice pudding. I don't like rice pudding, and I thought chocolate was a little bit heavy. I normally would have had chocolate. That would have been my choice. I thought this was a little bit weak in terms of, it's just sorbet. Of course, it's got a little bit of red pepper, which is kind of an interesting take on it in terms of a savory part of it, and the meringue is included, but I didn't think it's as strong a dish as the other dishes in the meal. All in all, had a very good experience. I would strongly recommend this based on the ambience. The service is top quality. The wine list is top quality. The food is excellent. Design is very nice. I would say that is at a 1-star Michelin level. There's at the end a little bit of desserts, also candies. I thought that this probably the what would needs to be elevated a bit is the food to get to the 2-star level. And just from my kind of own thought process, they were all great dishes, but there was nothing that was stunning that I went back home and said, wow, that was exactly the best dish of the whole trip. And so it wasn't that clear, and so that would, to me, would be a more like a 2-star experience. So I thought everything else, the service level, the wine list, the ambiance, could be potentially at a 2-star level. The food needs to be a little bit more elevated and a little bit more special, something that's going to be more impactful. But very, very good anyways, and definitely deserving of a 1-star Michelin rating. So I'm going to strongly recommend this restaurant. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating.